ASML is preparing to deliver a new generation of high-NA EUV lithography machine, which uses a 0.55 numerical aperture, a greater accuracy improvement than the previous generation of 0.33 numerical aperture systems. However, electricity consumption and construction costs continue to rise. The key is that the high-NA EUV lithography machine will become an important equipment for the production of 2 nanometers, or even 1 nanometer. Intel, Samsung are all competing, trying to catch up with TSMC. So can TSMC hold up? After the new equipment is delivered, can the old EUV lithography machine be shipped freely? ASML will deliver next-generation EUV lithography machines next year. TSMC and Samsung are the world's first and second largest chip manufacturers, and their chip manufacturing technologies represent the highest level of human chip production. At present, TSMC has achieved stable mass production of 5 nanometers, 4 nanometers, and other chips, while Samsung successfully entered the 3 nanometers mass production state at the end of June this year. TSMC will also enter 3 nanometers mass production in the second half of the year as planned. However, 4 nanometers and 3 nanometers are not the end of the chip manufacturing process. Moore's law has not ended here, and a more advanced 2 nanometers can be achieved below 3 nanometers. ASML's new generation of high-NA EUV lithography will become the key equipment for the production of 2 nanometers chips. Since ASML developed the high-NA EUV lithography machine, the progress has been far beyond imagination. In July this year, ASML revealed that it had received core components such as mechanical projection, light source and wafer stage. This means that suppliers are already actively supplying in line with ASML's production needs. At the end of September, further news came from ASML, which officially announced that it will deliver the first high-NA EUV lithography machine to customers next year. This lithography machine can produce up to 1 nanometer chips. Of course, whether it can be built in the end depends on the technology of the chip manufacturer. ASML also said that it has received prepaid orders for 5 high-NA EUV lithography machines. But ASML did not disclose the information of these customers. While it's not hard to guess that Intel, Samsung and TSMC will snap up high-NA EUV lithography machines, other semiconductor companies will also purchase high-NA EUV lithography machines for research purposes. Moreover, the 3 giants Intel, Samsung and TSMC will not be able to produce 2 nanometers chips for a while, so customers who receive the first orders for high-NA EUV lithography machines next year may not use them to produce chips. Intel, Samsung compete, can TSMC hold up? ASML has set its new sales target on the high-NA EUV lithography body. According to the price of a set of 2.6 billion yuan, ASML sells a high-NA EUV lithography machine, which can be used for 2 sets. Ordinary EUV lithography machine. Such an expensive price, not all customers can afford. Of course, it is not difficult for giants such as Intel, Samsung, and TSMC, and you can buy several devices casually. Both Intel and Samsung will participate in the competition to buy high-NA EUV lithography machines and try to get more goods from ASML. The more goods, the greater the production capacity and the more obvious the competitive advantage. At such a time, can TSMC survive the competition? I'm afraid it's hard to say. On the one hand, with the technical level of the high-NA EUV lithography machine, there are already few customers. ASML will definitely follow the principle of first come, first served, and try to give priority to customers who place orders in advance. On the other hand, when TSMC develops to the level of 3 nanometers and 2 nanometers, the speed of breakthrough process will gradually slow down, giving competitors time and opportunity to catch up. Unless TSMC guarantees technical advantages, otherwise Samsung and Intel will definitely shorten the process gap with TSMC. At that time, customers will choose to cooperate with Intel and Samsung to increase their revenue levels, so as to master the capital conditions for increasing R&D investment. Over time, TSMC's status as the world's largest chip foundry is expected to be shaken. Can old EUV lithography machines be shipped freely? How TSMC does it is TSMC's business. I believe that TSMC has enough confidence in technology. After all, it has been leading the industry for so many years, and Samsung has not completely surpassed TSMC. Moreover, in terms of production capacity, TSMC owns more than half of the EUV lithography machines in the world, and customers will naturally tend to cooperate with TSMC with production capacity advantages. TSMC is ASML's largest customer, and is certainly not worried about getting EUV lithography machine support from ASML. But ASML still wants to get more EUV lithography machine shipment opportunities. The key is, after the delivery of the high-NA EUV lithography machine, can the old EUV lithography machine be shipped freely? Referring to past cases, generally, products of process technology that are one generation behind can be released for shipment. Therefore, many people speculate that the old EUV lithography machine will also be released for shipment by then. It can only be said that don't pin your hopes on ethereal fantasy. The United States is planning to further restrict ASML's shipment of DUV lithography machines. Even the DUV lithography machine, that is a generation behind, wants to restrict the rules. So it is time to break the illusion, and it is the most important thing to set out on the ground. ASML's lithography process planning is very clear. At present, ASML has officially confirmed that it will deliver the first high-NA EUV lithography machine sometime in 2023. It is reported that the first customer of this lithography machine is Intel, so ASML will likely ship to Intel, while TSMC and Samsung will obtain this device in 2024. However, new problems have arisen, and the high-NA EUV lithography machine may be the last generation process. According to Martin van den Brink, Chief Technology Officer of ASML, the current lithography machine technology may come to an end. If this is the case, ASML may only have the next generation high-NA EUV lithography machine products, and there will be no other. Of course, the possibility of upgrading and optimizing on the basis of this product is not excluded, but it is very difficult to break the performance limit of the high numerical aperture system of 0.55. ASML is making more attempts. The current result is that the product cost and manufacturing technology do not meet the production requirements. And whether Moore's law has reached its limit has always been a topic of discussion in the industry. ASML's high-NA EUV lithography machine may allow Moore's law to continue for more than 5 years, but what about 10 years later? If the lithography machine comes to an end, what will be the impact? Right at the end, ASML plans to deliver a new generation of high-NA EUV lithography machines next year. It doesn't matter who can be the first customer, the important thing is that ASML is always in a state of regulation. It still takes time to verify whether the old EUV lithography machine can be shipped. Instead of expecting ASML to get the qualification for free shipping, it is better to improve the core technology and accumulate a lot. What do you think about this? Please leave a message below.